When you write questions to me on the Gulf Premier Sarasota channel, you asked for it. Today we're going to be dealing with the questions that you wrote to me. So the first one was, how do I get my house on the market, noticed, and then sold quickest? Your biggest friend as a seller is a bidding war. Here's how you get one started. Find the fair market value from a good realtor. They'll tell you what that is. List yours on the lowest side of the fair market value. Then people will notice it, they'll come, you'll get multiple offers the first day. All you need is 2 offers, it's considered multiple offers, and then it starts that frenzy. Almost always when a bidding war starts, the price of the buyer goes higher than the seller's asking price. Second question, how do I know if I should buy or rent in this high-priced market? If you can say no, if you answer honestly no to 2 of these 5 questions, then you should probably rent. Will you be living or working in the same area over the next 5 years? Do you have or feel that you have a workplace security? Do you have any funds to be used as a down payment? Do you have any emergency funds to cover your mortgage in the event of a job loss? Are you prepared to take on property maintenance all by yourself? If you answered 2 in the no category, you probably should stick with rental, because buying a home is a 15 to 30 year commitment. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overextend. This is a high priced market both ways, renting and buying. Make sure that you do the right thing at the right time. Question number 3, when's the best time to sell my house? The best time to sell your house up north is in the months of March, April, and May. June, you see, school's going to be out. People want to be transitioned back into the school year before their kids go back to school. In Florida, it's a little bit different. There have 3.5 million people moving into the state of Florida for a 3-month period, and that's what we call the snowbird, the season. Those people are oftentimes buyers. So in the winter months, when it's shut down up north, the Florida state is just booming. So keep that in mind, depending on if you're in the north or the south. Best time to sell your house is when the buyers are most often ready to come and look at it. Know your region, know your market, and work with a good realtor so they can tell you a good price. Question 4, is it good to have a co-borrower on my mortgage? A co-borrower is when 2 or more people sign for the money at the bank. Now, that means that every person who signs is equally responsible to pay back that loan. Now, my opinion, less is always more. Don't buy a home that you need mom and dad or Uncle Joe or somebody to co-sign for. Work your way into it. Be your own person, live in your own budget, stay in your own world. Don't be dependent upon other people. Co-borrowing is very common. The most common is when husband and wife or 2 partners decide they're going to buy a home together. But if you can avoid getting a co-borrower, the best thing to do is avoid it. Question 5, can you tell me how I can get involved in real estate? Well, the first thing you need to do is determine what is your goal. What do you want to acquire? You can get involved in the stock market and still be involved in real estate by what we call REITs, R-E-I-T, Real Estate Investment Trusts. It's like buying stock. You can buy a rental property, you can buy a home for the first time, or you can swap homes and keep it a single family residence. You can buy rental properties, you can buy short-term rentals, which means VRBO, week-long rentals. You can do it as year leases, multiple year leases, whatever. You can work with investors, you can do all kinds of things, but knowing what is your goal. Set your goals, live by your goals, and then get someone around you that can help you meet those goals. You can work with someone that is going to buy, fix, and flip. You can work with an investor. You can be a lender. Lots and lots of ways to get involved in real estate. Question 6, when should I get involved in real estate? Starting to invest in it. Well, I would say today being the first day of the rest of your life, today would be the best day to start. But keep in mind, being involved in real estate and starting to invest in real estate doesn't mean that you go out and buy something. I would suggest these 4 points that you listen carefully, that you will get involved in real estate. First one is study current trends in specific markets so that you can recognize a good buying opportunity when you see it. Saving cash to strengthen a purchase offer and or constantly be building a network of investors is a very, very good way to get involved in real estate. Know when to strike, and then strike when the opportunity arises. Be quick, but don't hurry. There's a big difference between acting promptly and acting rashly. A good investor is always prompt, but never, ever, ever rash. You can get involved in real estate today, but don't buy until you're sure of what you're doing when you do it. Get help around you. Talk to investors, talk to realtors, talk to mortgage lenders. Read current articles, read good books. Leaders are learners. Lead yourself courageously, my friend, but get involved today. Question 7, when should I get involved with a realtor? I would say get involved with a realtor as soon as you've decided that you're thinking of making a move. There's so many things that need to happen prior to you selling. Fixing your house up so that it looks nice. Making sure that everything is cleaned out. There's no clutter, there's no dirt. The house is being looked at by a set of new eyes. Don't trust yourself. It's good leadership when you trust someone else. So a realtor is supposed to be putting your interests before his own. You'll determine very, very quickly. There are good ones and there are bad ones, male and female both. So take some time, interview more than one, find someone that truly seems to have your best interest in mind, but get involved with a professional early on in the process, not after you think you've got everything lined up and then you just want someone to stick a sign on the front lawn. Question 8, what are some of the most important things to look for when considering a home purchase? What you want to make sure is that you don't buy a realtor's 2-story home. One story before you make the offer and another story after you've made it. The best money you spend when buying a home is on the front end. It's going to cost you about $600 to do a 4-point inspection, a wind mitigation inspection, and you may want to get a WDO, wood destroying organism inspection as well. When you finish with those inspections, you'll know what you're going to be buying. You'll know if it's a fair market value or not. There will be no surprises. At this point, my friend, the most important things to look for is the bones. Don't look at the paint. Don't look at if there's wallpaper. Those things can change in an hour or two. It's what's under the floor. It's what's in the attic. Are there rodents? Is the roof toenailed down or is it strapped down for hurricane safety? You want to make sure that you've got someone that knows what they're doing, that's working on your team. When you hire them, you are the boss. So get them to work for you. Most important thing you can do when buying a home. Question number 9, what can I do to get these high interest rates down? There are things you can do. You can get an adjustable rate mortgage. There are advantages to them. What has an advantage almost always has a disadvantage. So make sure you talk to someone about an adjustable arm mortgage before you get it done. You can have concessions where sellers are allowed by federal law through mortgage lending institutions to give you certain things at closings that will help you with the closing cost to buy down points on the market, on the mortgage for a couple of years. You can also go directly to a mortgage lender and you can buy points down so that a 7% mortgage, you can pay 2 points and it becomes 5% as well. So there are ways that you can work in this high interest market to get the interest rates down. Don't be discouraged, just be aggressive, be persistent, stick with it. You'll find a way if you are persistent. When I have a highest price offer in a bidding war, is the highest price offer always the best one to accept? Definitely no. Is it a cash offer? Is it a conventional loan? Is it an FHA loan? Are there contingencies? Do they have to sell a home before they can do it? How soon before they can close? The highest price is only one of several categories that you should be considering when you consider accepting a loan, my friend. Be careful. Don't get suckered in to just because it sounds like a lot more money. You could be looking at 1 or 2 months of taking the property off the market only to have the deal fall through. Cash is king. Keep that in mind. And the last question I'll deal with today is, can you give me some tips as a first-time home seller? Let me just read off about 6 or 8. Make sure that your realtor prices your home on the low side of the fair market value. Secondly, stage your home. Good staging will boost the price. Thursday is usually the best day to list your home. It gives open house people time to line up appointments. It gives people off work. So try to list it on a Thursday. Refuse all showings prior to the open house. The aggressive realtor is going to come up with some concocted story. Oh, they can't be there. Their clients can't be there on the first day of the open house. Can they see it before? Answer is only once. No. Let them come during the open house. You want multiple people looking at the same product. You want to create that frenzy that, hey, there's multiple people interested in the same thing. Be flexible with your home showings. Give as much flexibility to the client. Remember, they are the client. You're now serving them. And lastly, select a realtor who genuinely shows that you are the boss. Your best interest is his first priority, and insist on professional photographers. Don't try to skimp. It's going to cost you about $300 or $400, maybe as much as $5. Get videography, get still shots, get a virtual walkthrough. And my friend, you asked for it. These are some of the questions you raised to me. These are some of my best off-the-cuff answers. I hope that you'll send me more, because You Asked For It is absolutely the most fun series that I do on Gulf Premier Sarasota. I'll see you real soon, man. Check it out. Hit the notification. If you'd watch this all the way through, I appreciate it. Always do. Helps my business. Would you send comments? Would you share it with your friends? Thank you very much. Talk to you soon, and God bless.